Hey,
Hi,
hello.
how are you today?
I'm great, thank you. How are you, ladies?
Wonderful.
Oh, wonderful. Isn't it so funny? The magic that occurs when you give yourself permission to be you.
Yeah,
So we are making this video. The three of us have been massively challenged with our bodies, and we're all X-Men. And the judgment of how wrong we are with our bodies turns out to be what?
Not
Us.
ours.
yeah.
So X-Men have healing capacities with their bodies. And today I've chosen to tell a story because my whole life changed yesterday in regard to my body as something that I'd been healing in an insanity from someone else. Can I tell you my magical story?
Yes, please.
Yes, please.
So I was paranoid about my stomach from the age of 3. Okay. This thing was like, I had this pot belly as a little kid, and we can put a photograph actually in the email. Yeah, that'd be so nice. I'll see if I can find. So I'd wear a navy pole neck and I'd have this little pot belly. And my mother had a flat belly and she was obsessed about being skinny. Okay. And so basically, somewhere along the road, I decided that I had to look a certain way. And this was like, I was obsessed with it, like total compulsive, obsessive, compulsive. It was an addiction. I had to have a flat stomach. I would run every time I eat chocolate, and it took over my life. Bulimia, getting sick, all of this stuff, due to the point of view that I took on. Really what it was a capacity for presence and being present with insanity. But what I did was I made it mine. And yesterday, the lady who cleans my apartment came, and I had on a little black string top and black cycling trousers that I wear, like they're just lovely flexi pants. And she came over and she caught my belly. Let's see if I can get my belly. She came over and she caught my belly and she pushed it. She caught it and pushed it. I started roaring laughing. Now, I had been running, and we'll go with this on Sunday's class. I'd been running the reflexive reactive autoresponders to judgment. And I got that, like when she pressed my belly for the first time ever since I made that decision about, it was wrong to have a fat belly. I literally could see how crazy it was. Like, she pushed in my stomach because her point of view was my stomach was fat. Now she's my cleaner and she adores me. She just has a fixed point of view.
Yeah.
It's like,
That is so
like,
funny.
I know that culture too, like, and it's, yeah.
And in this moment, what she was showing me is how much I'd fitted. I'd squashed my body into form and structure. And actually, Sunday's class is about where we're healing and where the impact of the insanity, what impact it's having on our physiology.
Yeah.
Because this point of view that I took on birthed self-hatred, self-rejection, rejection of my body, no receiving, no conversation, no communion. And it created an image of what I was supposed to look like to be loved.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'll never forget, like, I can still, when my kids were little, like they were just probably 3 or almost 3. And they had, like, they were little round squishy bodies.
Oh.
and like had little dimply bottoms and stuff. And I remember, like, because we lived in Thailand at the time, and whenever it would rain, because you get these like crazy like torrential rainfalls for like an hour and then it would just be sunny again. But whenever it would rain, they would rip off all their clothes and go like running around in the rain. Every single time it was like on cue. And I remember like looking at their little dimply bottoms, and at the time I was like really judging my body too, like like all the dimples and stuff like that. And I was like looking at their little, and I was like, how come I look at theirs and I'm like, oh my God, they're so friggin' like gorgeous.
Yeah,
Oh my
yeah.
God. And I'm like, why? Like I look at theirs and I'm like, and their little dimply bottoms and they're so freaking beautiful.
Cute.
I'm like, what, for what reason? Like, am I looking at my own and like not having that same point of view? Like, it's so crazy. So yeah, it's just, it is so much just like a point of view. And when you put that on your body, like, what does that create?
And what else have you putting on your body that you haven't acknowledged? Because my body is telling me a lot of stuff at the moment. And yesterday, this call on Sunday is actually going to be addressing everywhere that you're healing and take on other people's pain and insanities. And for me, I had massive back pain yesterday. I haven't had it in a long time, and I had it for 2 hours. And I'll go into on the call what my body was looking to. My body was actually looking to give me massive information about somewhere that I had to turn to and get clarity with, and I wasn't. My body was telling me, hey, your presence is required over here, you know. So a lot of the times we go to, this is the pain and this is what's going to take it away, or else, no, I don't want this pain. Last night I was like, oh God, what's going on? But I have developed, and you said this to me, I have developed the discipline and the diligence to know that my body now, before I'd reject it, but now I have developed the diligence and the discipline to go, hey body, what is it you're telling me? Because I know my body has my back. I know my body has my back. And it's looking to give me information either about my environment, something that I'm missing, it's pulling my attention. And usually once I get present with it, everything shifts, everything changes. And it's like I move through to a different space. The class on Sunday is called Bodies, Healing.
X-Men, Bodies and Healing.
X-Men, these buttons here, I was told that I functioned in a certain way. Not true for any of these bodies, okay? We have a very different physiological reality. Actually, our physiological reality is based on our point of view. And if your point of view is wrong, you're wrong and you're rejecting you cannot have your body, first of all. You cannot receive from your body, and you certainly cannot see your body as a gift. So if you're stuck in some body stuff, now 3 of us were, I mean.
Yeah, like, I just like get like, you don't like get like how, like for me especially, I was not like aware like how much aware I am, and actually I didn't like have like the information that even I have like aware like other people's thought, feelings and emotions. And it just, it's like for me actually, like one of the things like really valuable is like lightness and joy. And like just when I pick up that like judgments, like everything, like the whole joy is just like go away. And like I just like enjoying my body and like having fun with my body, it just like it's not there anymore. And like I just like, and like you just like said, like when you like being you, like everything is actually like working, and like I start to get like more beautiful even if I don't like try to, like I don't need to like push anything to existence or like try to like look in a certain way. And just when I be like allowance of me and like with the everything I be, I actually start to get like more beautiful and everything starts to work. I get so like joyful. I want to just like jump around and like do things. And yeah, I get like with the tools, and I know like the tools are just like there's like some beautiful things that are gonna be like on the class, and I'm just like really like excited about like what we can discover. And like with the people's like questions, like just like open up like so many different spaces and like possibilities that where we can go. And
yeah, I know, I'm looking forward to that too, because like the class is really created by the people that show up and their questions. So I'm like, I wonder like who else is coming and like what they know and like what they're looking at and like what they know is possible and like where we can go. Like that's really exciting.
And the questions people had as children, like this innate ability to ask questions, and they shut it down because people judged them and they didn't ever ask a question anymore. You know, the decisions that we make as young kids about stopping asking questions. And yet when I ask a question, it puts me in a space of presence of being me, that nothing like, how's your body when you separate from consciousness? Mine is not happy. Consciousness is interesting point of view, everything becomes greater, everything is a gift, everything is a contribution. And when I'm receiving contribution from my body, and when I'm communicating and being present, it's like I can have the world, and yet the moment I go to rejection and I'm still not sure exactly why I choose that, probably trying to fit in, the moment I go to rejection and a fixed point of view of what something means, man, does my body suffer. So if you're looking to have way more consciousness and space, you know, you've got to have consciousness with your body to have communion and receiving from and with it. And X-Men have a very different reality. And like Liz, I get onto these calls and they go ding, 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 ding. They move really fast. People come with all their awareness, and we get to a space of trusting our bodies and trusting how connected they are to the universe and consciousness, and trusting what is it that is the recipe for you to have lightness in your body. And this is really what this is all about, is to have the lightness of your being shining through your body, where your body sings the tune of consciousness instead of dying. Like I die in nanoseconds if I take on a fixed point of view and if I buy into the heaviness of this reality. So what's available now for your body beyond anything that you've ever known? And we cordially invite you to the class on Sunday. We've moved the time, it's 10 p.m. Central European time. Great for the West Coast, great for the East Coast, and even great for Australia. We have French, German, Arabic, lots of languages. Let us know if you require a language, and we will do our best to provide. Anything else?
There, tried to set it all.
Exactly. Yeah, the space. Now is the space is now. Bodies, now is the space is now. Oh my God, thanks for being in my world. How does it get any better?
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.